What's going on, guys? This is Chandler Smith and I am super pumped about today's video because I'm going to show you how my buddy Chayse, at only 20 years old, seller financed a fourplex and is house hacking it. We're going to talk about the financing, how we got the money to come up with it, and how he's pulling off this entire deal. So with all of that being said, let's jump into it. All right, guys, if you're new to the channel, I've been investing in real estate for the last 8 years, and I currently own over $14 million of real estate. I love all things real estate investing. However, my favorite part about what I do is being able to help younger kids not only make money, but then learn how to kill it by investing that money in real estate. And so today, we're gonna go hang out with my buddy Chayse. So let's head on over. Oh, actually, hold up. So guys, come here really quick. If you know or follow the channel, you know that Yogi, Garrett Myers, is my best friend ever. He's the freaking man, he's my right-hand man, he's a total stud. However, the one thing that he really lacks is his ability to dress himself.
Tell him Yogi sent you.
I actually decided to surprise him. We ordered a bunch of shoes. I decided to surprise Garrett with some new Yeezys. So the funny thing about Garrett, or Yogi as you might call him, is he will see something that he likes, let's say cowboy boots, and he'll mix the cowboy boots with joggers, and he'll mix the joggers with a tank top. And you're like, what's going on, bro? So I promise you, I'm making a bet right now. We're gonna show up, he's gonna be dressed like a total goober, and I'm hoping he'll be hyped on Yeezys. Now, he probably doesn't even know what Yeezys are, but I figured he'd look pretty good in Yeezys. I'm calling my shot right now. He's gonna be dressed as a goober. So now that we've done that, let's roll. We are very lucky here in Idaho because we are finally experiencing some warm weather, which means we're gonna take the Corvette today. Now, honest, I probably prefer to drive the Ferrari, but the Corvette sat here for a really long time and I kind of forget how much I like it. Less than a 17-point turn. Ooh, feels good to be back in the hot seat. All right. Wow, I forget how much freaking fun this car is. So guys, I had to take a quick detour to my parents' place because it is the spring in Idaho and it is absurdly dry. And every couple years I get hit with a bloody nose, and I guess this was one of those years, so don't worry, I'm only gonna leave it in for like a couple minutes. Now, you also need to know I am now 45 minutes. I'll probably be like an hour late for this because I'm a terrible human and the bloody nose didn't help. So we're gonna bust over and meet up with Chayse and Garrett. They're both over there and they've been waiting for us forever, so I'm sure he's gonna give me a hard time about that.
Be there at 10:30 sharp. Garrett rolls in at 10:20. Chandler rolls up at 10:45.
Dude, Garrett, I was right. Look at his shoes. Look at his shoes. He's freaking wearing sandals. So we're gonna give you a quick tour of the exterior and then we're gonna go inside where you can hear us talking. But 4-car garage in the back, huge upside. Brick building. How's the roof look?
So the roof was actually replaced a couple years ago when we had that hailstorm come through. A lot of the houses around here got hit pretty good, so the insurance was able to take care of it.
Lucky you then, right?
Yeah, that's one upside for sure.
That's awesome. The wind is so bad right here. Let's go inside. What are you laughing at? What? Holy cow, dude. Check this out. Dude, this is awesome. Holy cow, this is sick. All right, show us this kitchen.
So this is the kitchen. A lot of the units all look pretty similar. These are custom cabinets, actually. If you look at them, they were actually built into it, which is kind of cool.
That's awesome.
So I don't know how if I'll ever replace those just because they're kind of cool. And with me living, I don't really mind.
Did you put in the new flooring or was it here already?
This actually got done while I was out in the summer. Okay. So this actually got hired out to a subcontractor, but.
That's awesome. Garrett just Jay chilling. Oh, hey, hold on just a minute.
What do you want?
After you, you know what I want you to do.
This
Here.
man uses and abuses.
Put this right here. All right.
This man uses and
No,
abuses.
hold on.
Dale click al botón de like. Spanish. Telemundo.
Perfect. And you can follow Chayse.
Right here.
Right.
So 2 bedrooms.
Dude,
So-
look at the lighting on that.
This is my room. So I built this bed frame when we moved in. I figured I might as well.
So I'm trying to talk my wife into letting me do this with our house, but she's not a fan of the extreme lighting,
Yeah.
especially the way she wants it decorated.
Yeah.
But make sure you guys let her know in the comments. She reads them on occasion. All right, guys, I want to share a quick little hack, and Chayse actually used this when purchasing the property. If you look, there's condensation between the windows. This means they're damaged. Now, they could last forever. It's not going to affect the temperature in the room, but if you show pictures like this to the seller in due diligence and say you want the windows replaced, the majority of the time, you're going to be able to get it. What are you doing?
I was just hungry and Chayse had some leftovers. Carry on. Chayse, is this okay if I have a little chicken wing? I can't get the ranch open though. Seriously though, can I have a bite?
So yeah, what happened here?
The house was built in the 70s. When they built houses during then, they didn't use screws in the drywall. They'd use staples, which don't work the greatest long term. So in Idaho, we get a lot of extreme weather. We get hot and cold pretty quickly. So you get a little bit of expansion in the house and stuff like that. So the ceiling just kind of, there's a seam right here and it just kind of fell down. So I just had to push it back up, throw some screws in it, fill the crack, and now I just got to texture it and paint it and be all wrapped up
Back
on
to
that.
normal.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna be honest, texture and paint is the one thing that
Oh.
I've never been successful in making it look good.
It's a little art for sure.
It is.
Luckily, this one's pretty thick, so hopefully it won't be hard,
can
too hard to
slap it on
match.
there.
Yeah, hopefully it won't be too hard to match.
Sweet. Ooh, this is cozy.
Yeah, comfy little couch.
So now it's time to talk the fun stuff.
The numbers.
Before we get into that, how did you get the money to be able to afford it? That's the important part.
So I got the money through sales. What we do is we do the door-to-door sales during the summer with Active. So Chandler and Garrett are both Garrett's my regional. Chandler's my VP regional now.
Moving on up.
But I mean, we all grew up in the same town together. I grew up with Garrett's younger brothers in high school. So I just kind of got in touch with them that way and figured if they can do it, I can go out and do it too. And was fortunate this year. I didn't get a full summer just because my month of August gets cut a little short just because I'm a guide in Alaska. So
I also told him how you had, because you were one of the guys that went out to Seattle, bounced all
Yep.
over the place.
Yep.
So not only did you have a shorter summer, but you also
we lost
dealt
about
with
a week and a half
tons
or
of crap.
two, and we rolled with the punches this summer. No one really knew how it was going to go with the COVID, but luckily it turned out a lot better than everyone expected. So this last summer I did 260 accounts, made about $40,000 from it, and it was just a little bit less than 3 months.
Let's go.
It was a good summer. Team lead this year, I got 17 people signed right now. We're going out to Houston, Texas again this year. So I'm excited. Hopefully got some big goals and stuff this year. So
6-figure summer for sure. How big?
Yep.
6 figures?
hopefully mid 150, probably like 150 hopefully. I want to do $1 million in revenue with my downline, and then I want to do $250,000 in personal sales. So big goals this year. So it'll be a good year. Link down in the description if you guys want to join.
And you guys can actually request. Why can I not say it? You guys can actually request to go out with Chayse. So if you want to go with him, he's an absolute stud. You can let it know in the comment, or not in the comments, but there's a place for you to request which team lead you go with. Or you can just apply, and we've got incredible leaders, but Chayse is the best of the best. We've drug it on for long enough. Now we got to talk about the numbers of this property. You purchased it for how much?
So I got the purchase price at $340,000.
Holy cow.
So right now in this market, it was a very good deal.
Just to give some perspective, the one just up the street went for $400.
430.
Woof!
And a lot of the buildings on these streets, they're all the exact same layout. I actually managed or worked on 2 that are just up the road that are the exact same layout. So a lot of the properties are the exact same around here. with garages in the back and stuff like that. So
you got a screaming deal, but the funny part is you also got killer setup on financing. So explain the financing.
So being in this job, when you do a sales position, you get 1099. You're technically self-employed. And with that, if anybody's ever tried to go get a loan or anything like that, you have to have 2 years of tax returns. But this was my first summer, so I didn't have 2 years of tax returns. I had to do it an interesting way. The way I look at it, all you have to do is the buyer and the seller just have to agree. If you can come to an agreement and everybody's happy, you can get it done. My mom actually has managed the property for the lady that owned it for about 4 years, and then my aunt managed it for that, and my grandpa, he actually used to do seminars for real estate before YouTube was a big thing.
Let's go.
So he actually helped her get into it. So she knew us and my family pretty well. And then plus I'd been a tenant with her for a couple months. I moved in after the summer was over. And I planted the seed about a year ago before I'd even done sales that if she ever wanted to sell it, let me know. I'd love to make an offer to her. So I got on the phone with her. We talked numbers, stuff like that, figured out what she was paying, everything like that, and was able to come to an agreement. And at that point, I just went to the title company, got a purchase agreement, and then went to an attorney and had him write up a buy-sell agreement with it's technically called a wrap contract. So normally, if seller financing works a lot easier if they own the building outright. Unfortunately, she didn't own it completely. She's pretty close, but not all the way. So how we did it, it's a wrap around her current mortgage. So I pay her a higher interest rate, so she still makes a little bit of extra money, which keeps her in the positive, and she doesn't have to deal with anything anymore. The property's now in my name. I deal with all the tenants, everything like that. She just gets her money in the mail from me every month. So she doesn't have to deal with that anymore. She kind of just wanted to get out of it, didn't want to have to deal with it as much anymore. She doesn't live here, so she had to pay management fees and stuff like that. So I was able to work a deal with her, make sure everyone was happy on both ends. And I have a 30-month balloon. After this next summer, after I file my taxes in January, I'll be able to refinance. And because I got such a good deal on it, I'll actually probably be able to refinance and take equity out and have a down payment for
all of your money back and extra money.
I told him he should file his taxes in January 22 while he still lives here so that he can get a 3.5% FHA. And then if the market, even if it just stays the same, he could pull out like $65,000 for a down payment on something else.
Let's go. Guys, these are the deals I freaking love. This is like the ultimate house hack setup.
Yep.
So tell me, how much did you have to put down? What percentage?
On the down payment, I put 10,000 down.
Freaking kidding me. So what is that?
Yep.
That's like...
It's 3%. It's 3% on what... So I gave her the down payment. It was actually only $8,000 out of my pocket, but then there was the closing fee, and then she didn't have the deposits from all the units, so I just got the credit for those towards the down payment. So it ended up being just over $10,000. So when I go to refinance it, it'll only be like $330.
Holy cow.
When it's all said and done.
So here's the thing that's insane about a deal like this. As we talk about cash on cash return, a deal like this, it won't even matter because you literally will pull out probably $60,000, $70,000 on top of your original investment, and then you'll have this infinite return on a deal that is cash flowing as if you put down as if you put down like 30 to 40% on what you should have bought it for when you have no money into it. It's freaking insane.
Another great thing too, rent in all the units were pretty low. Mine was the highest of all of them when I was living here. But with rents where they were at, I still cash flow $400 a month with me living in it.
Holy cow.
So I raised rents a little bit in all the units.
With you living in it. So you're cash flowing $400, you're living for free. That is nuts.
Yep.
With no money down, that's freaking insane. Guys, I think this is one of the best deals that I've ever seen.
It is a really good deal.
I'm so grateful you agreed to sell it to me at the same price.
Yeah.
That was so kind of you.
I tried to talk Chayse into wholesaling it.
Garrett told me, he said as a joke, but of course he was 100% legit. Like if I said yes, he would have done it. He was like, I'll put $70,000 in your bank account right now. Just sell it to me.
Well, guys, this is what I love about investing in real estate. And this is why it's interesting. I've posted some TikToks lately getting major hate about being a landlord and all this other stuff. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. I'm getting tons of heat because people think landlords are savages. And it's like, You don't understand. This is the working class. We're out there knocking doors. We give guys an opportunity where in 3 to 4 months they can make crazy money, and then they can come and be smart with it, become a landlord where now you're living for free, you're cash flowing, you're getting equity in this property. You got into equity because you bought it right. Like, this is living the dream. This is the kind of opportunity that anyone can have access to. So when people say, oh, it's because you've got rich parents, or oh, it's because of your situation or whatever else, you can do this anywhere if you actually put in the time. And anytime you're short on funds, you can always make up with time. And that's one thing you've done with this is, you know, you didn't have your tax returns, you didn't want to put as much money down, you were trying to figure it out. You put in more time with that relationship and with pushing it through, and because of it, you got in a sick setup. So
the sales side of stuff definitely changed. I don't think I'd been able to do it without it. I come from, my parents are divorced, my dad wasn't really in the picture, and my mom there's 5 kids, so I have 4 other siblings. So it was kind of like, it's not like I came from money or anything like that. There was just a drive to get stuff done, and I knew I was going to work 10 times harder than anybody. That's my mindset I had going into the sales this summer, is I was going to outwork anybody, had nothing to lose. It's only 3 or 4 months, which is nothing in our life. It's such a short amount of time, and it's something that honestly changed my life. I was working at a Subaru dealership in the service department, making like 10, 12 bucks an hour. Then I go from more than doubling my yearly income in 3 months, and then now this summer I'm managing my own sales team. So it's definitely changed my life for sure. It was a great opportunity for me, and I'm glad I was able to get into it.
that's awesome, man. I'm pumped for you.
Once I get rents to where they're supposed to be, I just raise them a little bit for now because I didn't want to deal with a whole bunch of people leaving right before I head out for the summer, because there is some little renovation stuff I'd want to do. But once I get back and I move out and rents where they're supposed to be in the units for the area, I'll cash flow probably around $1,300 to $1,500 on it.
It's incredible.
A month. So
wow. This deal is next level. Super, super impressed. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the little bell. Also, if you want to pick up my real estate investing course, we've put that in the link in the description. Or if you just want to learn more before you spend any money, make sure you go and join my Facebook group. We actually just got that ramped up this week, and both Chayse and Garrett are going to be on there, so you can drill them with questions. And if you're interested in door-to-door sales, make sure you click that link. We've dropped about 15 links now, so I think it's time to wrap up the video. But if you guys enjoyed the video, again, smash the like button. Thank you so much, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the future videos. Thanks, guys.